My name is Omar Paganini. I am the Ministry of Industry, Energy and Mining of the Government of Uruguay. Today I had the pleasure to speak as a keynote here in the Hydrogen Americas 2023, and I was presenting the case of Uruguay. Uruguay, in the south of South America, country where we have already gone through our first energy transition. Our electricity is 95-97% renewable. And now we have to move forward to the second energy transition. So we think we are an interesting case for the world to see the next steps that should be done. And we have chosen green hydrogen as a way to go. We have a combination of much more renewable resources that we can use domestically. So we can turn that into renewable electricity and with that produce hydrogen. But also we have a very sustainable forestry complex, and we have a lot of biomass and CO2 that is from biological origin, biogenic CO2. So combining hydrogen and biogenic CO2, we can get into the new e-fuels industry, and we think that's the way to go in the next years for Uruguay. We are already evaluating and already giving some permitting to interesting projects from international companies to produce green methanol, to produce green gasoline or sustainable aviation fuel. And we think Uruguay combines in a rather compact territory, lot of renewable resources, lot of CO2 from biological origin, so that we are maybe a test bed for the world to build the new e-fuels that can combine with electricity, move forward in the decarbonization of the world. Well, we have been in a lot of conversations with other countries, with Europe, with the European Union. We have agreements signed with Germany first, with the Netherlands, and we think that the hemisphere should have a hemispherical strategy regarding hydrogen, with the US as a booster, as a support for a development, but don't forget that South America has a lot of potential in renewable resources, much more that it will be able to use in their local economies. So that we think at the problem globally, and specifically we think from the Americas point of view, there's an opportunity to develop an important boost in the transformation of energy around the world in our region. And we think that the US has to play a part. We wanted to present the case here so that decision makers from the US take us into account and think about not only to develop the supply side, the technology, but also to develop the demand so that we can be a provider of these new energetics. Well, we have published our hydrogen roadmap. It's a national strategy. We are already attracting projects, and what is exciting is that we see that we are getting a response from international companies that want to develop rather big projects in Uruguay. We're talking about some gigawatts of electrolyzing capabilities in the north, near Argentina, in the center, in the parts where the renewable resources are strong, and also there's a lot of biogenic CO2. So we see that things are moving forward. We also have a pilot project for trucks. So Uruguay is aligning, and as we did in the first transformation, where all the political parties in parliament went forward with this very aggressive introduction of wind power, we now are seeing that people in Uruguay are also agreeing broadly on this second energy transition.